Hello and welcome back to TST. If you're new to the channel, tap on the subscription button and press the notification bell so you can receive news and updates that you can rely on daily. Due to a temporary lockdown on pretty much everything for the emergency situation, we're currently unable to report news from our studio, and instead, we're reporting the channel remotely from home. Well, stay tuned and keep watching. President Trump warns Americans to brace for a very painful 2 weeks. Task Force shares sobering info. In a very somber tone, President Donald Trump told the American people to brace for a very painful 2 weeks ahead, as he warned many more deaths are expected as a result of the Chinese virus COVID-19. The warning came at Tuesday's White House briefing, as the experts project between 100,000 and 240,000 coronavirus deaths in the United States, with fatalities projected to peak over the next 2 weeks. I want every American to be prepared for the hard days that lie ahead, the president said. We're going to go through a very tough 2 weeks. And then hopefully, as the experts are predicting, as I think a lot of us are predicting, after having studied it so hard, we're going to start seeing some real light at the end of the tunnel. But this is going to be a very painful 2 weeks, Trump added. The president stressed that the nation will see a rough 2 weeks period, saying that our strength will be tested and our endurance will be tried. But America will answer with love and courage and ironclad resolve, Trump said. This is the time for all Americans to come together and do our part. There are more than 189,633 cases of the Wuhan virus in the US, with about 4,081 deaths, according to Johns Hopkins University. Trump reminded Americans to follow established guidelines to include washing our hands and social distancing. It is absolutely critical for the American people to follow the guidelines, he said. It's a matter of life and death. This could be a hell of a bad 2 weeks, the president said later. This is going to be a very bad 2 and maybe 3 weeks. This is going to be 3 weeks like we've never seen before. Somewhat fittingly, the anti-Trump network, CNN, decided not to air the president's important message to Americans. A chart was displayed showing projected deaths on the current path, and showed what the fatalities may be without any measures in place to mitigate the spread of the virus. That number being between 1.5 million and 2.2 million deaths. Dr. Tony Fauci, director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases at the National Institutes of Health, said the federal government is working very hard to bring that number down. Our hope is to get that down as far as we possibly can, Fauci said, as he too stressed that Americans be diligent in adhering to mitigation guidelines. We don't accept that number. That's what it's going to be, he said. I don't want it to be a mixed message. I want to do much better than that. Dr. Deborah Birx, the White House coronavirus response coordinator, said behaviors such as social distancing could change the course of the viral pandemic. There's no magic bullet, there's no magic vaccine or therapy. It's just behaviors, Birx said. Amid persistent media attacks, Trump has lulled the country into a false sense of security by daring to offer hope. The president pushed back to say it very important. The popular Twitter account Carb Donktum shared a well-done video that captured Trump's sentiments. I want to be positive. I don't want to be negative. I'm a positive person.
This false sense of security. A false sense of security.
A false sense of security he was providing the nation.
Somebody said, I wish you'd be more negative. They literally have that. It's in one of the wonderful newspapers today. I wish you'd be more negative. Well, this is really easy to be negative about. But I want to give people hope too. I'm a cheerleader for the country. We're going through the worst thing that the country's probably ever seen. We lose more here potentially than you lose in world wars as a country. So there's nothing positive, there's nothing great about it, but I want to give people in this country hope. I think the people, our professionals, our military, our governors, our politicians, I think they've done an incredible job. With few exceptions, I think they've done an incredible job. But I don't want to be a negative person. It'd be so much easier for me to come up and say, we have bad news. We're going to lose 220,000 people, and it's going to happen over the next few weeks. So it's easy to be negative, and then everybody can be negative, but I'm a cheerleader for our country. I'm not about bad news. I want to give people hope. I want to give people a feeling that we all have a chance. My message is to all Americans, we love them, we're with them, and we will not let them down.
Share your thoughts and responses in the comments down below. If you've liked this report, let us know by tapping that like button down below, share the news among friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more news and updates on TST. I'm David Raveen, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, stay home, stay healthy, and stay safe.